Greetings adventurers, this is Lorne, your guild advisor, here with the general review for Bottom-Tier Character Tomozaki Volume 4. This review will not contain any spoilers for Volume 4 other than the opening synopsis on the back of the novel. Though, if you are hypersensitive to spoilers, I will be talking about the events in a general sense without giving away specifics. A spoiler discussion video will be uploaded at a later time. Bottom-Tier Character Tomozaki Volume 4 is written by Yuki Yaku, beautifully illustrated by Fly, translated by Winifred Bird, and published by Yen Press. In the fourth installment of Bottom-Tier Character Tomozaki, our main character, once again, challenges the game of life with a newfound mindset from the previous volume. Hinami assigns Tomozaki with the task of influencing the queen bee of the class, Erika Konno, in such a way that she'll put an effort towards the upcoming school sports tournament. While he tries to figure out a strategy to tackle possibly his toughest assignment yet, he'll need the support of his ever-growing relationships. In the midst of this, the attention is brought to other characters and how they start developing alongside Tomozaki's own growth. As Tomozaki tries to solve his assignment and any problems that might arise in the midst of them, he tries to exercise his challenge towards Hinami, proving that life is best lived as a character, following your desires, rather than choosing the most efficient answers to advance. Tomozaki continues building up his social skills with the help of his teacher Hinami, but he does so in a manner that fits what he wants in his heart, while trying to show Hinami how to enjoy life as a character. The overall story may be about how Tomozaki steadily improves his outlook on life, but what this volume does beautifully is highlight many of the characters Tomozaki has touched, inspiring them to try to change in impactful and meaningful ways as well. It's wonderful seeing such a lovely supporting cast develop alongside the main protagonist, as Tomozaki does his best to enjoy life in a way that matches with what he wants to do, rather than blindly pursue goalposts in the name of clearing objectives. This time, everyone has their own role to play in the game of life, whether they're consciously a player or not. Though the story is about Tomozaki's development, what particularly stood out to me in this volume was the development of the cast itself. One of the main highlights is the cover girl herself, Izumi. There was not too much interaction between Tomozaki and Izumi in the previous volume, but much of that was due to the circumstances of the story. This time, you can really see that Tomozaki's development has had an effect of inspiration for Izumi, with her slowly but steadily trying to better herself. She remains a very endearing character, and you can't help but cheer for her. We also see more of Nakamura's character, understanding that there's a lot more beneath his brash exterior. I really enjoyed a lot of the more personal moments Nakamura experiences in this volume, as it feels like a reward and natural progression from the previous installment. Once again, Fuka remains a strong pillar of support for Tomozaki, and it's great to see that the two of them are truly relaxed and comfortable around each other. It's such a stark contrast to how the two of them interacted in the very beginning of the series. There's also a really funny but adorable scene between the two of them that I found very enjoyable. Hanabi is also a standout character in this volume, especially coming from her lack of screen time in the previous installment. It was refreshing seeing her blunt and honest attitude again, with her truly shining towards the end of this volume as she starts her own development. Yaku-sensei once again does an excellent job expanding his characters outside Tomozaki in meaningful ways. Other than the personal growth of the story's characters, we see further development in Tomozaki's relationships themselves. Coming from the events of Volume 3, we see Tomozaki slowly start getting accepted into Nakamura's group, and it feels like a genuine natural progression in how it's handled. Tomozaki, more and more, is starting to feel like he belongs in his classroom environment. He even starts to understand Sugimi from his workplace a bit more as he starts confiding in people, which he'd never be able to do without first making an effort to establish bonds and build relationships. I appreciate how characters like Minami are showing more trust in Tomozaki, as it really makes you reflect on how much Tomozaki has developed his relationships from where he started. Even his relationship with Hinami has changed, since they are truly rivals in games and now, most notably, the game of life. This installment is Tomozaki's first venture into trying to convince Hinami that following your heart can achieve results in life in a way that is both fulfilling and enjoyable. I found it entertaining seeing how Hinami and Tomozaki clash with their viewpoints on how certain subjects should be tackled. The dialogues between the two remain well written, with the analogies between real life and games continuing to bring a unique charm to the series. Hinami is still too powerful of a force for Tomozaki to handle, but he's able to challenge her in small ways. I wish we could learn more about Hinami, as she is one of the two central main characters, but Yaku-sensei seems to be in for the long haul with this series, and continues to slowly drip feed us subtle hints as to how Hinami ended up the way she is and what motivates her. We're definitely in for longer arcs, as the previous volumes were more contained episodes that connected chronologically, but this installment is more the start of what seems to be a 2-volume arc. I'm looking forward to what's in store next, since multi-volume arcs usually have the best payoffs. Volume 4 is definitely the start of something exciting with how Tomozaki has resolved to live life to the fullest and to treasure the bonds he has built. He's starting to see his influence in others and how they influence him through the relationships he's been building, and it's a beautiful thing to see how characters are developing alongside him. If he can't tackle on problems alone, he's not afraid to make use of those new relationships as they stride towards goals they desire together. Volume 4 did a great job of showing character growth and is the start to what seems to be a very promising story arc. You can purchase Bottom-Tier Character Tomozaki Volume 4 physically from distributors such as Amazon and Right Stuff. Digital copies can be purchased from Amazon Kindle, Google Play Books, and Bookwalker. Volume 5 is set to release on November 17th. If you like the Tomozaki series, 2 other light novel series you may enjoy are My Youth Romantic Comedy As Wrong As I Expected, also published by Yen Press, and Classroom of the Elite, published by 7 Seas Entertainment. Thanks for watching the review, and remember that I'll be releasing a spoiler discussion video in the near future. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, and sub to the channel for more light novel content, mostly relating to Danmachi and Tomozaki. Follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. This is Lorne, your guild advisor, signing out.